it not recording? Hey guys, so oh my god, I was just doing a whole damn show and it wasn't recorded. I don't know how to use this. Is my first time ever using this, so I don't even know what's happening. Like I was talking, then I saw record in the corner. I'm like, I'm not being recorded, so nobody saw or heard anything that I just did. Anyways, what's up, love bugs? I hope that this video, if y'all can actually see this, I hope that this video is reaching you in a good in good spirits, whether it be morning, noon, night. Y'all know how we do over here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell so you get that ding, ding, ding whenever your girl uploads a new video. So today, we're going to be reviewing the Wileys show interview that he did with the neighbor, Kiki. I don't know what her last name was, but the neighbor of Corey Hardrict. And this is the interview that we've been waiting for Storm Monroe to release. I personally told Storm that I thought he should have dropped it, but I absolutely understand that he wanted to cross his T's and dot his I's and be sure that he wasn't doing anything that, you know, would cause him a lawsuit, because Corey actually slid in his DMs and said, lawsuit. But so this neighbor also revealed that she pretty much was like, you know, I didn't really say anything crazy to it, as I feel like there should have been a lawsuit involved. And Corey was speaking in terms of somebody else that he already placed a gag order on. I'm going to try to, y'all got to bear with me because this is my first time doing it. So we about to see how this goes. So, okay, what is this? All right. Share screen. Okay, about to share let's see. So y'all about to be in my business. Window. Can y'all see this? I'm trying to see what the hell. I don't know what. So if I share. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen right now. I'm about to pull up YouTube. I'm gonna go to the Wileys show. I'm gonna try to see if I could click. I don't know exactly which points where they were saying what, which is annoying because I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but
where your shipping itself, where all your tabs go, everywhere you.
All right, we're gonna skip that.
Rose at the end of the Titanic talking about I love you. Some things about Missy Elliott that the world does not want to get out. She don't want to get out, etc. And see, not in the end corner, but where her bedroom is, where her she is facing the street. So even if we are in the house, we have surveillance of the entire block between her bedroom window and her balcony. Okay. Now, we have a group of friends. It's summertime. And back in 1999, we used to go outside. So it would be all these kids playing outside.
So yes, this is a neighbor from back in the day. She is not a neighbor from present day, to whereas like this happened when she was a teenager as well. She's 38 years old right now, I believe. When this happened, I believe she said she was 14 years old. So in the beginning, she basically was breaking it down of like where they live, like the fact that she could see, you know, I don't know if she was saying out of one of her friends' window, but they had access to see like the whole block basically.
You don't even know who house belonged to who. We coming from all around the corner. Some things about Missy Elliott that the world does not want to get out. She don't want to get out, etc. And I think that has a lot to do too with why he's been protected for so long. But if I'm connecting her behavior with him, with the strange activity of those boys, that's what made me want to talk, because I want to know what happened to these young men, because none of them were gangbanging and all of his parents was paying them attention and taking care of them. And it's apparently, except for the one who let her move in there, but that's a whole nother story. But
okay. So right here, basically, she was talking about how allegedly Corey Hardrict played a voicemail from Missy Elliott saying that basically she thought he was fine and she wanted to pay for play. And he played this recording to teenagers. These kids were in between the ages of 12 and 16. And the neighbor, Kiki, is basically saying she thinks that because he was in cahoots with the likes of Missy Elliott and so on and so forth, he had some type of protection in the industry. She's also saying that she feels like Corey had a bad influence on the teenagers because once he got involved, they started gang banging and, be getting into drugs and just their life started to spiral downhill. And one of the boys, the said boys, he was 16 years old. Like, this is where the living with minors comes into play. So Corey's roommates that he had been living with in the neighborhood apparently left. Like, he don't know where they went or what happened. And they left and Corey had nowhere to stay. So he really asked the teenagers to like beg his mom or whatever to let him stay. And so Corey was living with the 16-year-old and his mother worked nights, according to her.
Most part, these kids were well adjusted and they would have never ended up on drugs or in a gang because there was none of that. They weren't allowed to leave the damn block. So they wouldn't have got exposed to whatever they got exposed to unless Corey exposed them to it. So now, what I'm hearing from their backstory that don't make no sense, okay? They dated for 6 years, so they claim, before they got married. But they also claim that they met in 1999, but y'all got married in 2008. Honey, I took calculus. That is not 6 years. Now, they also claim that they met on a Hollywood horrors film set in 1999 that was downtown Los Angeles. Nobody ain't seen this movie. It wasn't released anywhere till 2005. However, Corey's name is in the front credits, and he's important enough in the movie to get killed in the Hollywood horror. He also had the Sprite commercial. He also had a Twix commercial. He was also on Felicity, and he was also on Smart Guy in 2007. Since I've done that Storm interview, I have time to go back and do all of the research and find all of the lies.
But so when Tia said in the video that he bought her flowers and that he was nervous around, her family, and that's how, and he was nervous. So that story is just not true that they met before that.
Put it this way. They're lying, is my point. They're lying. The story when he came and told those teenage boys he didn't have no friends his own age to confide in. So every time he talked to a girl, he's telling these from between the ages of 12 and 16, those are his confidants. Wow. Okay. Wow. So now the story he gave them was that he was in front that Astroburg across the street at that bus stop, and that she pulled up, hey, sexy, how you hop in? You so fine, hop in. Tia, wasn't no Tamara, none of that. Hop in. He got in, they started talking, baby, you don't need no money. I got you, like a straight gangster. That's how.
So pretty much, sis is saying that what I thought was to be true, I always thought this to be true, that Tia basically picked up Corey from the street corner, from the bus stop. And I always said this. And one of my friends was like, they met on a movie set. And I remember them doing an interview saying that she gave him a ride from the bus stop. But also they try to clean it up, I guess, and was like, oh, well, no, he was leaving a set that we worked on together. And then he just so happened to be at the bus stop after work, and I just was like offered him a ride, but then it was always alleged that Tamara was in the car with them as well, which is kind of, I don't know. This whole thing is just weird to me. Like, I have no idea. Like, it seems like they're just trying to fill in space with like details that probably aren't true because they don't want to make it seem like he just was broke down and didn't have nothing going on for himself. And I'm not gonna play this whole thing because it's long. Y'all know we don't do it.
Talking, and that's why they're talking to find out what all is getting ready to be said.
So why are you speaking out now? I don't know how long you've been doing this, but when did you first start speaking out about Corey?
Okay, I have a video right now on my TikTok that has 26,000 views where I was simply.
Pretty much, she said she started talking about Corey because she saw everybody mentioning them as goals, and she just was like, yo, that couple is not goals. Y'all should not look up to them. And, and then people started asking her questions on TikTok, and she just basically was answering questions. So she wasn't out here like searching for clout and trying to do a bunch of extra stuff. Like, she just joined in the conversation like everybody else. It just so happened she actually saw them in real life at one point in time, when they first started like getting to know each other or whatever the case may be. So I want to find where he was talking, like he kept.
Or you go to Hollywood where all the other people are that are trying to get in Hollywood, and you go wait tables and y'all all room together, and that's how you get jobs. You go on auditions together. That is how you become a star in Hollywood. Not in Inglewood living with people who are not in the Hollywood industry at all whatsoever. That doesn't make any sense. I have never seen it done, especially not this successfully.
Okay. Corey is a successful actor, and he is a successful actor. I don't know the problems, issues that he had with his wife, but obviously they're getting divorced, so something happened. You're married. Do you find Corey attractive today, or did you
No.
get you never find him
No.
attractive?
No.
Wiley was smart for asking this question because a lot of people were saying she probably wanted him and she probably just mad. So I understand why he asked her that question specifically. I'm not about to play this whole thing. Y'all already know that.
And this is uncommon to not be able to find who this person's manager is. So I don't know what kind of connections you got or whatever that puts you. People put people.
Dang.
Know to follow you because you say you talk about politics as well.
All right, so that's it. That's all I'm gonna play. I just wanted to play a couple clips with y'all right quick. And pretty much what I wanted to say, some of the points that I mentioned that I wrote down. She basically was calling Corey a bum. She basically said that, Tia wanted a man to control because that's a lot of women in Hollywood. They like, they're ambitious, they're career women, so they want a man that, they can tell what to do. They gonna know where their man is because he ain't got no job, so he's most likely in the house or tailing behind her, whatever the case may be. However, I feel like Wiley, he was a bit messy. Like he kind of backdoor Storm a little bit because throughout this interview, on a couple of occasions, maybe 2 or 3 times, he mentioned Storm, and it seems like he wanted the neighbor to throw Storm under the bus in terms of, him charging to view the interview that he did on Friday, which is tomorrow. And the interviewer, the woman, she was just basically like, well, that's his page. He can do whatever with what he wants, but I didn't charge him to interview me. So, and I didn't think that I was saying anything that was worth the $5.99. And, in this situation, everybody's entitled. At the end of the day, it's not just what she was saying. Storm also did editing, and the way he does his videos, it's not just, all right, we're going to sit here and talk and press record. Like, he literally was like, yo, I spent 4 hours editing this. So we don't even know what he did. And your time is money, your work is money. That's a valuable thing. So I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, Storm is playing himself. Like, no, he has a big platform. Like, he could do whatever it is that he wants to do. I think if he did, whatever proceeds he did make, it would have been nice to maybe cut her in at the end of the day, But once she gave him the green light, it's his to do whatever it is that he wanted to do with it. So I don't necessarily think it's wrong. Wiley's like, oh, I don't think this is worth, having to pay. And as YouTubers, like you should have a certain level of integrity. And if you say that you're going to give people something, then you should stick by your word. And at the end of the day, Storm only decided to go a different route because Corey jumped in his DMs and said lawsuit. It wasn't like he just said, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then, oh no, we're gonna do it a different way. And that's just wasn't the case. Like Wiley said, basically Storm did a bait and switch. And I don't think that Storm intentionally did a bait and switch. I feel like that it was just the circumstance. And I'm not being biased. I'm really not, because if I felt like he was dead wrong, I'd be like, you dead fuck wrong. Like, I don't care. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It's entertainment. Like, we all out here getting it. Like, and you got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. And so I don't fault Wiley, but I also feel like he knew what he was doing. Like, come on, Wiley. You know what you was doing. And that's all I'm going to say. And you can't be trusting people out here, because when it comes to getting to that bag, getting that look, people going to put themselves first. And I mean, as you should. Like, it ain't no loyalty in the game, right? At the end of the day, everybody out here for self. So that's all I got to say on this subject. Like, she did spill a little bit of tea. Was it piping hot? No, I wouldn't necessarily say that it was scorching. It wasn't burning your tongue hot, but it was tea nonetheless. And that's all I got to say. So spread love is the Rican way. And y'all got to bear with me because I ain't never did this before. So I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm going to get it together. All right. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do you feel like Wiley backdoor Storm? Do you feel like the tea on Corey Hardrict was piping hot, lukewarm? Do you feel like it was iced tea? Like, what y'all think? Let me know what y'all think. Sound up in the comments. I love y'all. Later.